guys, this is Jella and welcome back to my channel. We are now part 5 in the No Gamepass Japan town. So for today's video, we will be making a Japanese public bathhouse. Again, this is a No Gamepass town, so if you have no Gamepass and you want to build your own small Japanese town, then this series is for you. So this is how the town looks like, and I shared with you guys the layout from the part 1. This is where we will be doing the bathhouse. So I thought this was big enough for a public bathhouse, but it was actually very small as I was trying to make the layout. So I'm gonna maximize the front and use a 6x7 square for this bathhouse. I redid the sidewalk flooring and moved the large tree a bit to the side. When adding this square pillars on the corners, use delete undo technique because we cannot place it due to the fence. I also moved the trash bin so we can have a walking space on the sidewalk. Add walls, and if the tree is poking on the wall, just delete undo when you add the wall back. Since this is a traditional public bathhouse, we will be using the flared mansard roof again. And for the texture, let's use a black roof tile, which is the same as the ramen and sushi restaurant we did before. I'm also adding another layer of flat roof. Now for the exterior wall, we will use a concrete exterior with the shade of oyster. This is quite different with the previous buildings we had, which was full wooden brown texture. And for the pillar, we will still use a dark brown wooden texture. Let's add a robust crown molding and make this the same shade of brown as the pillar. I used a different wooden texture from the pillar. And we will copy the long lanterns from the ramen and sushi restaurant. I'm just gonna add one on each front corner. Now for the entrance door, I really wanted to use this stylish panel door because it definitely fits here. But it is a single door and I want a double door. So I will just add another door on the side and make it look like a double door, hehe. So I was trying to make a layout because this is when I realized that this bathhouse is too small to have 2 gender-separate baths. But yeah, this is the final layout, so the female bath is going to be larger than the male. I tried to make a layout that has both the same bath size, but we wouldn't be able to have a reception area. So this is the final layout. And I will be using this horizontal window all throughout the bathhouse. I think this is a better choice since we need a high window placement so that there would be no one peeking inside. And to add some wooden texture on the exterior of the building, I'm just adding wooden pillars in front of the windows. So I'm going to add this horizontal windows on the sides as well. Since this is just a small public bathhouse, I think it is a good way to add ventilation to the rooms. The front looks a bit empty, so I will just add a horizontal frame above the door for the logo. I will edit out a decal logo for this bathhouse since I have not seen any decal for a bathhouse. And I added a short rail molding, but just used the wooden brown lining and recolored the bottom part the same concrete texture as the wall. Then add this around the sides. I'm just gonna move this planter on the sides since the front looks empty to me. And I just copied the vending machine and a bench seating area for those waiting or just staying outside the bathhouse. I will be making the front half of the flooring 2 wood planks and then tiles for the bath area. Exit build mode so the walls can be separated when you go back in on build mode. We need to color the walls separately, especially for the bath area. For the first half of the bathhouse, we have changing rooms and in the middle the receiving area. So we will be using this wheat color wall. I left it plain for now, but I will be adding a wooden texture later on. And then I added a flat crown molding for the interior walls. I made this brown wooden texture and place it on the changing rooms and receiving area. I wanted to add a separation for the staff area, but since we only have a 3x3 space, we will just use one square row as the staff area. I'm adding an open window, so I will be using this sunset window frame. I wanted to add this small curtain that we see on Japanese shops. So I am adding another framed window above the main window using the delete undo technique. In this way, when we add the cafe curtains, it would look like this Japanese curtains. So I just colored it blue and I love how it turned the way I wanted it to look like. And this is what I mentioned earlier, that I added a plywood texture to the receiving area. Traditional Japanese buildings were made of wood before, so since this bathhouse has been here for many decades in this town, it has been well maintained by the owner. I'm making a small table for the staff, and I used this console table because we have a very tight space. I'm using this toy cashier since I do not own any cash registers, but if you have the Bloxburg cash registers, that would be better. And I'm just making this table outside so I wouldn't have a problem placing items in that small room. I will just move this console table inside, and if you like to add more clutters, feel free to do so. For the chair, I will just use this folding chair since we have a small space. This would be a better choice. Let's add overhead cabinets on the staff area. So I will be using this shaker shelf cabinet, and we will make this wooden brown color as well. I wanted to use this shelf cabinet so the customers would see the bath towels displayed here. For the second shelf cabinet, we will add this bottle, and let's pretend that this are shampoo bottles because the shampoo we have in game is too tall to fit in this shelf, hehe. And I just placed more bottled bathroom products that the bathhouse offers. I moved the shelf cabinets inside the staff area, and it was really a tight space here. We have an empty wall, so I will just add a poster and a calendar. And on the side, I placed more notes and reminders. I will be adding some floor plants, and I will use this small pot and add the plant that I like. I haven't used this since the last town I made was an autumn town. And I love using this pot and plant combo since this is cheaper than the regular floor plants we have. I also added the Bathhouse Logo frame under the window reception. Since we have a small receiving area, we couldn't add lounge sits in here. That is why we have a bench sitting outside. So if you're a customer, you just pay for the bath and go to the changing rooms directly. Now let's do the changing rooms, and we will make a custom locker, but if you do not like to make a custom one, you can just use the locker we have in-game. If you have seen the school I made before, I did a custom locker, so I will be doing the same, except this locker is going to be 2 doors each instead of being smaller. I decided to make this look like a bigger space locker cabinet so that the customer's bag can fit inside, and let's pretend that there's a hanger compartment as well. This custom locker is just for display only. We really can't use it for changing, so if you want it to be usable, just use the locker we have in-game. The only reason why I didn't use it is because I wanted to have a big locker cabinet that bathhouses really has. I also added long wall mirrors on the empty wall, and just used delete undo technique to make it like a larger wall mirror. Then I added this bench seat and recolor this wooden brown as well. I added more hook racks for those who would leave their used bath towels, and then copied the towel we have from the shelf. This changing room is for the female area, so we will just copy what we made here to the male changing room. Now for the main bathroom, we will use floor tiles and make it the same tiles for the wall as well. If you noticed, the female bath area is bigger than the male because we really didn't have enough space for this small town. Anyways, I added flat crown molding, but make this the same texture as the wall. I made a mistake adding the flooring first since I will be using a pool in here. We have to delete the floor first and then add the pool. Since we cannot add the pool on the last row of the plot, we will just add the pool in this corner side. I really wanted to have a bigger bath area, especially to showcase the pool side, but since we have a limited space, this is all we can do for now. And then add this plain short fence and color this the same as the tiles. This is the hot bath. Now let's make separations for the showers using this plain half fence. We will be making 2 bath area in this room, and on this side is the shower, and we will use this basic shower set. And I'm gonna add a bucket and dipper on the side. I also added this plastic stool for sitting, but we really can't sit here. So that is why I will use this on the shower area only. I wish this can also be used for sitting since it really looks like the small stools we used to sit on. Now for the second bath area, we will be making this lower version of a shower, but in this area we focus on scrubbing while sitting on the plastic stool. And we will be using this small box as a separation because if we use the fence, it would take up a whole square space. And I wanted to add as many scrubbing stations as I can, but we can only have 3 in here. So I just used 5 small boxes piled up like a pillar, and then just used delete undo technique to make it look together. Now add this hose spigot as a lower angled shower and faucet since we will be using the bucket when rinsing off the soap. I am adding mirrors on the side because I have seen bathhouses have a mirror each side of the faucet. So just make sure the faucet is still a bit in the middle. And now we can copy the water bucket on the side. And for the most important part, the plastic stool we need for sitting. And since this ottoman is the closest one we have, we will just use this even though it looks so big in here. Like it takes up all the space, and I just wish the plastic stool can be used for sitting as well. But yeah, this is all we have, and I'm gonna be using this as a soap bar. We can interact with this one compared to the soap bar we have. And I'm gonna add the shampoo bottle in here. And I'm gonna color this pink so the only way you would know that this is a female bath area is the pink shampoo bottle hehe. I'm also gonna add this mirror on the shower area by using the delete undo technique. I'm gonna add some extra stools on the corner since this is a bit empty. And so glad that we can stack this up. I didn't expect this can be stacked up, but yeah, this looks better. I also added this sink on the side. And for the empty walls, I'm just gonna copy how there are wallpaper showing the mountains on the wall. So I just added large paintings. We finished the female bath area, so I'm just gonna copy it on the male bath area. But this is a smaller room compared to the female bath, so we will finish making this faster. I'm just gonna copy the items and how I made it in the female bath. I added this cleaning bucket since we have a lot of customers here and we need to really maintain cleanliness in the bathhouse. I'm just adding some posters on the wall and let's add lighting around the shop. So we will just use this sleek ceiling light and change the lighting tone so it wouldn't be too bright. I usually use linen or hurricane gray for the light bulbs to still give lighting but not too bright. But you can use a warmer tone if you like. And yeah, we are finished with the part 5 of our no Gamepass Japanese town. So this is the public bathhouse. And the total plot value right now is $248,692. And again, this is a no Gamepass town. So if you do not have any Gamepass and you want to build a small Japanese town, then this is for you. So this is on the left side of the konbini, and we have a coffee vending machine over here for those waiting. Also added a bench since we cannot add sitting area inside. And yeah, this is just a small public bathhouse, very simple outside and inside. The Decal logo I made will be in the description box. Now going inside, we have a small receiving area greeted by the front reception window. So the staff area is just a small space, literally, like we have one square room here. And we have the cabinets over here with bath towels and bathroom supplies. So yeah, if you're the staff, you will probably get concussion every time you stand up hehe. Oh! Oh! Hehe. That really hurts. But anyways, we have here a clipboard for the list of customers going in and inventory of sales per day. So let's go to the changing rooms and I think we'll check the female area first. So we have the female on the left door and we have the male area on the right. I haven't added any symbol to know which is which, so maybe I will add a curtain to differentiate by the color. So once you enter, we have here a mirror and lockers for your personal items. So the staff would give you the locker key and bath towel once you paid upon entering the bathhouse. So here is my locker, and I'm just gonna change so we can go inside the bath area. In Japanese bathhouses, you usually take a bath without any clothes on. I haven't tried going to public bathhouses or saunas, so going there without any clothes on would make me feel embarrassed, hehe. We have the sink near the door and more stools on the corner. So we have 2 shower sets over here. But this scrubbing area where you sit and take a bath is the common way before dipping in the hot water bath. I hope we can use this pail and dipper to take a bath with interaction, but maybe in the future updates, hehe. I use this nail block as a bar soap so we can interact with it and pretend we are scrubbing. So after scrubbing and making sure your full body is clean, you can now dip in the hot bath. And if you guys have a jacuzzi or hot tub that costs $Bloxburg, that would be a better choice. But if you are also a cheapskate like me, just use this pool as the hot bath, although we cannot really place anything below because we have no basement Gamepass. But yeah, I think this looks good and a bit similar to the public bathhouses I searched up. The male area is the same setup but smaller version of the female bath area. The changing room is the same size, but the lockers are placed differently. So I'll just show you guys what the male bath looks like. The hot bath is really small since I can't add another square because we wouldn't have anything to walk on. But yeah, we still have 2 shower set and 2 scrubbing area. And that is our small bathhouse. Thank you guys for watching the part 5 in our no Gamepass Japanese town. I would appreciate your support by giving this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also click on the notification bell so you won't miss the latest videos I upload. Help me reach 10,000 subs before 2024 ends. This would help me a lot, especially in making future videos for you all. Love you guys. All the build information will be in the description box as well as the decal logo I made. Have a wonderful day, afternoon, or night. Love you all and take care. See you on my next video.